sorry. Because right now, the only way that it works is that it's just divvied up by these 4 right here, right? You've got your beginners, your intermediates, advanced, and experts. I would rather see there be 54 Black Border speedruns than just singular maps. Because that just means that there's, you know, there's potentially different strats. So for example, the reason why I like this idea is let's take a map like Balance here. A map like Balance, speedrunning a map like Balance, aka Black Bordering it, is a lot different to doing it on Cracked, the map that we actually do it. You've got 2 different entrances here, and being able to balance out, being able to get the last balloon kill on both sides there, very different to one side. So I really feel like that is a, like, imagine trying to speedrun Adora's Temple. Black Bordering it, of course. In fact, now I'm very interested to see what the world record time is for Adora's Temple here. But yeah. I saw your comment about the old school RuneScape. I've been really interested in the old school RuneScape League. Like, I didn't even realize it was coming up. I kind of got swept under the rug with a whole bunch of other stuff going on. But my mate Tom Flo brought it up to me that he was super keen. I was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, sure. I always love doing these sorts of things here. It'll be fun, you know, just having a good time. I'll play it super casually. And then I played it for like 14 hours yesterday. Yeah. Yay. Yeah, it's been a while since I've actually, I don't know about you all. It's very hard for me to get like super absorbed into games. So finding a game that you get super absorbed into, you really want to cherish it for the time that you do, because like as soon as you log on one day, you're just like, yeah, it doesn't hit the same. That's when stuff gets a little bit lame miserably. So, consider yourself, as I said, consider yourself lucky that I managed to pull myself away from RuneScape today so that I could do a stream for you all. You know? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love all of you, but I just love RuneScape more. Alright. Let's start off real quick here with just about that. Same, recently I've been playing God of War since it got released on PC and you got 40 hours in it the last week. Nice, dude, nice. Cherish it. Cherish that moment in which you love that game for what it is. Let's get all the sprites loaded in here real quick. Especially the ones that we need to focus on here. This is just important to allow some stuff going on here. Yeah, we load in the sprites here because otherwise it makes it very confusing already sometimes. Alright, yeah. Unfortunately, this does mean that since I do want to put these up on YouTube, this has to get muted. Or this has to have funny monkey music in instead. Actually, no. Jukebox. I wish we could play like the quiet street music on everything. The Halloween song is a bop? Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff on there. But where the music tracks at? Oh, I suppose that would go on the game? That's right. Jingle balloons. Hey, I'm just a jingle ballooner over here. Alright. So, let's start up a little bit of a prediction here. Will I beat the world record on my first try here? I choose custom music, now pick this. Now the song reward is worthless? Yeah. I'm aware. But I have to do this if I want to put stuff up on YouTube, right? Because if I don't, then there is a chance that it either gets like demonetized or all that fun stuff. I mean, I'm not even monetizing it in the first place here. But I might want to. Now, mind you here, this is also not a guarantee for me to get the world record on the first try like it was last time, in which I got the speed up. Because I just had so much room for error here. Well, so much less room for error here now. It means that I have to really tighten up this run here to be able to get the dub. So, we're just gonna have to try to play this quite well. Yeah, what's up, miss? How we doing today? Alrighty. Shall we get started? Alright, chap. This is how we do it in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh, the timer didn't start. Of course the timer didn't start. Why did the timer not start? Bugger it all. Well, that's embarrassing. Cut the video? Alright, let's try that again. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. That's a reset right there. My solder is way out of reach. Alright, test opener. Yeah, that was just a test. Definitely just a test. That one doesn't count. We actually have to get a run going here. Come on. Alright. Let's try that again. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay. Now this we can make work. Hiya! How embarrassing. Just gonna pretend like that all never happened, and we're all good to go now. We're A-okay. Anyway, how's everything been going over the past few days, chap? I would love to say that I've had, like, interesting things going on, you know, being, doing other stuff. I mean, I uploaded video onto YouTube. Very impressive stuff, you know. I literally took 5 minutes to cut the times there and upload it onto YouTube, and then I patted myself on the back and I called it a good day. 'Cause, you know, we worked real hard. Speaking of, I completely forgot to put up a YouTube command. Professionalism. But that's alright. We'll work around that. Oh, right. Chat. I had a very questionable idea. Why don't you have a profile picture on YouTube? Because I don't have a good reason. What do you want from me? Look, I'm thinking through a few ideas, right? I've been thinking, you know, I've been racking my brain for a good few ideas here. I've been potentially considering, would y'all be interested in an AGDQ style event run by yours truly? Awful Garfields done quick. That's what I was thinking. Usually AGDQ stands for Awesome Games Done Quick. But I was thinking, what if we did Awful Garfields Done Quick? I don't know. It's just, you know, something just... like, I chucked out something out there, you know? I did complete it last time. I got the world record nonsense. I beat it by 15 minutes. What do you want from me? I don't believe it. Look at the... compare the times. In fact, it was 16 minutes. Come now. It's okay. Don't be jealous. It's not a good look. Not bad, not bad. Not bad at all. I say as I eagerly look over to the other time there, and I'm just like, oh please God. So I need to, on average, be getting about, what, 440, what, 450? 455s? That's like 452 on each map. Alright, bit of work to do here, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work. Our biggest time save here that I'm really hoping to get is we time save a little bit in medium, and that in double HP Moabs we also have about a minute's worth. So I easily think we can get this below 215. Easily. Past that, the time saves become a little bit harder to find. But, I mean, hey, you know, that's part of the fun, ain't it? I feel like I can save a little bit of time on chimps as well, considering the fact that I've done the chimp strategy a few times at this point. I know that there are some weaknesses that it has, so really hoping to try to fix those up. But I haven't really been... The problem is, like, last time I said I would do a little bit of routing here and, you know, try to scout out the entire thing. But I just never did. That's the problem, is that I've just been so sucked in to literally anything else. Anything and everything else. That I just have not gone around to it. Alright, hear me out. I have a genius idea. How much time was negated when you got world record? I mean, let me put it this way. My easy time was about 17 minutes. I managed to cut that down by approximately 2.5 minutes there. That's pretty good. Something to be pretty proud of. My medium time, I cut down by about, like, I don't know, 4 minutes? In, about 1.5 minutes in total there. Because usually I didn't make the mistake of turbocharged business there. So there, I mean, as I said before, my biggest time saves happen in medium and hard, and a little bit in chimps. And I firmly believe that we can get them. It's not impossible if I get a good run going. The problem is, I have this nasty habit of investing myself into speedruns that take hours and hours to complete. And it's honest to goodness, it is a problem. Because it feels like it's like, I need to set myself ready to do a marathon here. I'm too wrapped up with all the speedrun business. If you keep that, we may say Frosty was taken coming in chat. It's never gonna happen. I mean, to be fair though, unironically, rating Captain Flowers and hearing them do the promo for me, that made my night, dude. That was so sweet. I hate that dude. Cool. That was the only night where Frosty didn't cry himself to sleep. I mean, yeah. Yeah, what about it, huh? So I don't think this, okay, I tried this out. I don't think this is stronger than Shrapnel. I think this is weaker than Shrapnel here. It's a bit of a shame. This would be better than clearing Moabs, though. Actually, this may all round just be better. But this will probably... Will it be sucky against the ceramics? I don't know. I'm interested to find out. This is really good at insta-killing all the stuff, though. I really wish my placement is slightly better. Yo, what's up, Zenry? How we doing, fam? Yeah, this deflation seems to be a common point in which I seem to continue to struggle throughout these runs. It seems to really be the thing that gets me. That's alright though. As I said, like, I wanted to do a bit of experimentation with this here, but... well, doesn't always work out that way now, does it? Something tells me we're about to have a bit of a time loss here. I think that deflation... Okay, so there's like... There's a few things that are on my mind as to, like, time saves, right? I think deflation is a big one. I think Obviously not dying to Apocalypse, a pretty big one. Not dying on double HP Moabs, pretty big. Also, I'm pretty sure my half cash strat is pretty good though. Like, I'm pretty sure that's on point. Why did you start streaming now? Because I dislike my viewers? Huh? Come on, dude. I thought it was pretty clear, Zappy. I thought it was, you know, it's like, how can I make this more clear? That I clearly want my viewers to suffer as much as possible. Oh my lord. That's so much time lost right there. Yeah, Shrapnel is very much so. Shrapnel is much better here for this. Okay. Oh. Oh, lordy. Oh, lordy. If this is a time save, I will be so surprised. I don't think this is a time save though. No, it's not. This round takes way too long. Oh boy! Alright, at least we know now that Shrapnel is required on this here. Okay. Sucks to suck. But see, like, that's the stuff that we're working with now. We're not working with, like, margins of, like, 2 minutes. We're working with seconds. The way, it's, like, perfectly balanced as all things should be. But yeah, I was gonna ask, chat, tell me what you believe to be the most awful game is, and I'll see if I can't speedrun it. Oh, also, big news. This is, like, unironically big news for you out there as well. I may have been reached out by Raid Shadow Legends for a sponsorship here. But I didn't want to take it quite yet, just in case, you know, people come in and it's like, dude, why are you doing Raid Shadow Legends stuff? So I wanted to know from you all here, if I did do Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship, would you all be nice enough to download the game and just complete the tutorial for me? That's all you have to do. That's it. Take 100%, get them gays? I mean, it's easy to say that, but you know... Yeah. My mate Tom, who you can't see but is typing in Discord, who is also at the side of my screen, is asking me how much do they pay. They pay like, it's like a fair amount actually. It's a non-trivial amount. no. That's fair. That's fair. You don't want me to pay my bills, Rody? That's cool, dude. That's alright. I understand. I see how it is. You know, I don't mind. I don't mind. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. Why would I be mad? That's ridiculous, dude. Getting mad at something like that. It's kind of cringe, eh? But yeah. So what it is, they ask for at least a 4-hour stream. They ask for a 4-hour stream with at least like 2 hours of Raid Shadow Legends in there. And I think you can run the sponsorship over a while at least? I don't know. I don't know how this all works. I swear I had enough money. I swear it. I swears it. Patch is clearly in 4 hours, gotta sleep my time. Is it though? I mean, is it really? When did the last patch come out? Do we have a confirmation? I mean, I think you all should. I'm gonna be 100% completely transparent with you all. I don't really plan on streaming Battles 2 until a new patch comes out for that game. Because right now, I don't really feel like it is, in that great of a shape. Confirmation is my god, you just got a feeling. Man's got a feeling. My man. Oh, I didn't leave enough time for a turbocharge here. Unless I did, I'm a genius. I'm a genius. Also, the update builds have been showing up. Have there? I didn't think they updated us on Reddit though. They haven't updated anything on Reddit quite yet, that's for sure. I certainly haven't seen nothing. Where's my update, Ninja Kiwi? Aren't I supposed to get this, the special streamer treatment, or what? I thought I was supposed to be, being able to be entitled to such a thing, you know? Ninja Kiwi personally comes and gives me a kiss on the cheeks and tells me and whispers in my ear essentially, you are the chosen child. That's the way that I always dreamed it. They released a new pre-release build to stream earlier, requires a password? Oh, okay. Oh, I follow. Honestly, I think we can get away with this here. Optimization, baby! But yeah, so, I mean, that's at least, you know, it's like, look, if you guys clearly aren't interested in the sponsorship there, I'm not gonna take it. But at the same time, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I would love to, I would love to make a little bit extra on the sides here and there. And if you all would be so nice as to support me for doing that, then I would be very appreciative. I would love you long time. Finally read that micro in battles? Yeah, finally. Oh, any moment now the patch will happen. Any moment. I believe. I don't even, like, the problem is, I don't even know if I'm allowed these stream elements to disclose how much they're offering me. I don't even know. But I mean, hey, y'all been clamoring for some variety, so, I mean, you wanted to see some variety, I'll give you some variety, dude. Yes, in game you'll start off at 30k, lower. Way lower. They like me, but they don't like me, you know? $30. Higher? I think? I can't actually remember. You know, if you told me $30, I would have believed it. Alright, what am I actually going to do for... Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Chat, I know what I'm going to do here. Third offers around 250 for smaller streamers. I am... like, at a base amount, I'm less than that, but, you know, it's like, if you get extra people in here and, you know, playing the game, then, you get, there's a base amount and then there's incentives, right? I think it's something like $500-ish if I get, 40 people past the tutorial. So you know, they have a great amount of faith in me. What can I say? So this is my genius strat. I feel like this is the fastest way that I have that can, outside of a plasma accelerator, that I can use to kill a Moab on round 40 here. So I figure, hey, why not, right? Genius. Genius, Jeff. Because let's be real here, like, what options do you have? You have Ace, I mean, I guess you have Ground Zero, but that's, like, so expensive that that's not really a realistic option. Like, all of the options that we have, we've got, like, an MAD, we've got Hydro Rocket Pods, that doesn't really do anything, Buckshot doesn't really do it. So I'm not super convinced. I think a Mortar is probably our best bet. Tingo brrrr. Works like a charm. It actually works. Beautiful. I was a little bit concerned that that wouldn't work. That's really good to know. Does this sell for? 6k? Alright, well we want this up in time for around 40-ish here. Battery fitty. I'll pay you some bubble gum. Take it or leave it. So we don't care about the first one, we leave that be. We do, however, care about the second one. That's about as far as I can get it there. I mean, we're not instantaneously deleting it, but this'll do. I mean, if anything, it feels faster. I mean, I don't know how much scientific merit that really gives off, but you know, if it feels faster, that must clearly mean that it's better, huh? Alright. That's good. That's actually a really good time. Alright, this is our biggest time loss that we had last time. Now we're not gonna make the same mistake. We are just gonna go straight for a bone zone tech shooters, not gonna mess around with anything else. 9 minutes to finish this, I think you're ahead. This is the big place where we can lose time though. This is where we lost time before. That's why the timer is so long here. I think we lost like 5 minutes worth. But this one's going really fast. I think we got a really good seat for our apocalypse last time as well. You want less ones like these ones though. The ones where they're like single, you don't want those. You just want ones that go brrrah, brrrah. Those are the goodies. Not a great seed either, honestly. The reason why these ones aren't so good as well is not only because they're slow, but also because they give you no money. Which means trying to get up a wall of fire in time, very difficult. So, camo usually happens on round... lead can happen on round 20. And considering the fact that our defense is... how shall I say? Not the greatest against it. Things could be a little bit worrisome. Alright. Should be okay now. I do need to get camo detection with it. But just play Spike Balls. Spike Balls goes quickly though. And Spike Balls is more expensive than a Wall of Fire. Spike Balls also is slightly slower. Slightly. More balloons content, poggers, dude. Alright, so I'm gonna say this all for y'all. If you haven't checked out my schedule that I've meticulously crafted for you all, be sure to do that. Because it has a lot of information for you all as to what's going to be happening. Yeah, there's a schedule. I updated my schedule. A frosty schedule? I know, right? Crazy, right? What do you think of the best units? Well, I mean, it just really depends on the situation. Possibly just does whatever he wants, and it turns out what I wanted was to put up a schedule. How is that so hard to understand? I think you said Chadual. Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like a bit of a Chadual right about now. Insane. Where was I even going with that? I'm so confused. I guess the question is, how much do I value killing Moabs here against how much do I care about trying to get a faster time? Because if I care about getting a faster time, it's getting a Necro first. If I care about trying to clear off Moabs and not losing time, it's get an overdrive first here. YOLO! Lost Balloon is coming tomorrow. Last one gave me odd amounts of pain. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great time. Fun times were had by all. This is the best that I can do on a budget here. Which is my worst nightmare. Haha, see, get it? Because it's a nightmare. I tried. You're gonna be saving a bit of time here. Goody. Goodrun.com. So 3 weeks since they posted the pre-patch, you'll get over it. Don't worry. It's okay. You'll get over it. Don't worry. You know what's all the time. So yeah, I was gonna ask chat. I want your most cursed games because I want more cursed material. Like I want really bad games to speedrun. It's in 3 weeks since they posted the pre-patch notes. Please, Ninja Kiwi, I played 8 hours in the past 2 weeks. I mean, that's still quite a lot. How much have I played in the past 2 weeks here? Oh yeah, but I'm speedrunning, by the way. Speedrunning, by the way. Haha. I've played like 20 hours in the past 2 weeks. And it's pretty much my job to promote the game, you know? But I'm not gonna lie, it does cause a little bit of a worry when you see, like, the game in which you're supposed to be trying to support and, you know, it's supposed to be supporting your livelihood has like 20 viewers on it. Because, well, I mean, there's a myriad of reasons for it, but I mean, the main reason is just that nobody wants to play the game in the state that it's in right now. Which is rough. You know, like, even, you can tell that, like, even some of the streamers who, like, really want to support it, it's really difficult to. And so the question then becomes is like, oh, well, you know, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? It's like either you just, what, grin and bear it, or you find something else to stream. If they updated a week ago, it probably would have bounced, but it's been over so long, people will just continue whatever content they've been doing. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the problem. That's like, I don't want to say it's like recency bias or anything like that, but I mean, I look at it and I go, alright, if something doesn't happen in this game soon, I'm legitimately concerned. I played for day one after new season, but it was the same crap as usual and you haven't played again. I can't tell if the kappa in there is you being like, haha, of course I've played it again, or it's like, you've just inserted a kappa for no reason whatsoever. And it worries me. I can't tell if you're an agent of chaos or not. I wouldn't use the kappa for no reason? Are you kidding me? Of course you would. Let's keep it cap free here. Of course you would. Because you can. It's simple. We kill the Batman. Oh, please tell me I haven't pressed it too soon here. No, we're all good. Had me slightly worried there, Chief. Almost had me there, Chief. Okay, dokie. I'd say we're on fairly good pace right about now. I keep forgetting, what I need to do is I need to actually just write down strategies so I remember them. Because otherwise I just forget. I hate to sound like a boomer, but by God, if I don't write something down, I will just forget it. Because God knows how much shit I will get from you all. If only they didn't buff Darling. I mean, it was quite clear from the fact that they overbuffed the living hell out of it that it was going to be a good tower. And the reason why it's a good tower isn't even because of the reasons why it got, like, it's not because of the reasons it got buffed up. It's just because It's just a good tower. It's just a really good tower that just so happened to be bugged as well. And so when you combine all of these things together, yeah, you know what's gonna happen? Things are gonna get out of control oh my lord, real quick. So, very unfortunate, yes, but is it any way surprising at all? No. It would have had at least that weaknesses early game. I mean, I don't think it, like, if you tested it out beforehand like I did, it didn't have weaknesses early game. Like, you would get 2 darlings and you would still be perfectly fine. That's not the concern. The concern is that, I mean, it just doesn't have weaknesses, right? Frosty role-playing as a car? No, I'm role-playing as Tyler 1 who's role-playing as a car. Get it right. That video is hilarious, by the way, if you haven't seen it. Cool. See, I told you we had a bit of time to end up saving there. Told you we had a bit of time to save, chat. And by a bit of time, I mean literally 5 minutes. Role-playing as Tyler 1 who's role-playing as the Lightning McQueen who's role-playing as a race coach who's a car that goes vroom. My god, the layers. So deep. So deep. I don't know if I'm even ready for this. Yo, what's up, bud? How we doing today? Moment of truth. Well, I cannot fit this in here. It's actually kind of tight placement in there. So yeah, we found our 5 minutes that we can possibly improve. What are we speedrunning? We're speedrunning cracked right about now to try to improve upon our Blackwater time so that none left doesn't just come along and steal it. We're doing this all out of fear that we may just straight up lose our speedrun world record right about now, which is at 2 hours 19 minutes and 28 seconds. So we're trying really, really, really hard to not lose that. AKA, I mean, we're doing what speedrunners do. We're improving the times, we're optimizing the frames. Is Salda always the tactic? Salda is just so all-around valuable and cheap and clears off early waves a lot that it is typically more often than not the #1 option to go for. But Oben is also very good and theoretically better than Salda. Just less all-round good, right? So for example, I'm gonna hit you with some facts right about here. Salda doesn't attack a balloon if it's off screen, but Oben's Ghost Wolf attack can track balloons already off screen there and start to hunt them down and try to kill them. So therefore, theoretically, Oben can finish rounds earlier and also has a half decent ability for it. You can see it in some of the runs where Zelda is the beginning for the beginner or the easy modes in this, but the advanced or the medium and hard modes actually use Oben for their level 60s and level 80s. Now the Chimps run, on the other hand, uses Zelda because it's a round 1 that you can place down, or round 6 that you can place down with relative safety. But still, I think Oben, you know, Oben's got a lot going on there that's really good. Not very cash money there. That's a bit of a time loss. Open mid-game would be hard? I don't think so. I mean, especially when you just look at a run like this here where you end up getting a wall of fire down super quickly. And you already have like a boomerang for defense and all that fun stuff. Oh no, I don't have the money. Oh no, I don't have enough money. So essentially that is like the whole theory behind a lot of these things going on right about now, right? There's a lot of good stuff and there's some less good stuff. Just like in battles too, right? There's a lot of good stuff and there's some less good stuff going on. Does that mean that you can't use the less good stuff? No, of course you can. Does that mean you'll want to? Yeah. Well, I guess that depends on you. You, the player. Oh, you can actually fit a farm in there. Predictions for the upcoming patch Ninjakiwi highlights Darling code and backspace. Can confirm. I had a little bit of a look in, and Ninjakiwi did say that they were displeased with how Darling had turned out, and would be swiftly deleting it from the game. Good news, everyone! I've decided to emphasize the Ninjakiwi dog code here, and we'll just see how quickly we can backspace literally everything. Replaces it with bugged balloon chipper. Well, hey, I mean, if it works, right? That was a good save. Well, that could have been very awkward there. Well, this could still be very awkward here now, couldn't it? I still think we're okay. I still think we're okay. And you know, I'm not just saying that as a copium sort of a thing here either. I legitimately still think it's fine. Gotta get him, Zelda. These round kills are coming super quickly with permacharge here, which is really good to see. You really love to see, you really do. Where's my money, Ninja Kiwi? Where's my money? Give me my money. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I need to sell off 8 of these. It would be about 4 of these. 7 of these here. So I'll sell off all of these here. Come around 75. That should be about 16k. The new farms take 14 rounds to break even, not trying to backseat, just don't understand the strat. They don't, so we're not trying to get them to break even because they have better sell back here. So we can afford to make money off of them for quite, like a few rounds here and then sell them all back. Get our money back. Sort of a thing. And don't worry, Waxo. There's a reason why backseating is allowed here. It's because even if I wanted to stop you, I'm pretty sure I couldn't. No tag shooters to win. Doesn't necessarily work like that, unfortunately. They don't get the sell back, but these farms do. So what typically happens, so OO2 farms get extra sell back when you upgrade them like that there. So it takes less time for them to break even. And that's only, mind you, if you are waiting around for that long, if you want to get the full amount out of the farm. So if you want to go up to the exact cost of a farm there, it'll take about 14 or so rounds. The idea to sell back is included in the break-even price? Kind of, yeah. Essentially, what happens is that essentially what happens is that we're only looking, we don't care about making the entire amount of a farm by keeping it around long enough. We only care about a farm making more than what it originally cost to get the farm, and also buy the upgrades. So past that point, any extra money, that's what we're looking for. Can I post the link? I have a spreadsheet made for how long it is so every farm to pay itself back? Yeah, sure. Oh, not so bongo. And if I may say, I do realize that some of the stuff that we may be doing here might, ye gods, not exactly be entirely optimal. But we're trying different things out. We're trying to see what works and what doesn't. So for example, today we made a really interesting discovery on stream here. That for deflation, you don't want to get... You don't want to get a 203 sniper, you want to get a 023 sniper so you can clear out the first wave faster with the shrapnel. So that you don't lose as much time. Very important discovery to figure out. So yeah, it's that kind of stuff that we're trying to look for here. We're not trying to look for anything that's like super duper giga amazing. We're just trying to look for some half decent ways in which we can perhaps save some time here and there. And, you know, we're just trying out, like, I'm assuming that through the power of math, you can math out exactly how much and how long you need the farms to go for, so that you can optimally hit the breakpoints in which you're looking to hit. But then there's just this primal bit in me that's just like, haha, monkey go burr. That's the epitome of what I'm willing to put into it, you know. Alright. We have now hit peak monkey. This is now peak monkey. Oh wait, no. Now this is peak monkey. See, my Ninja Monkey doesn't not even remotely come close to popping anything unless it's a ceramic. It just doesn't get to play. Because only... only the wizard gets to come out to play here. Because the wizard is just in such a good spot. I know, it just amuses me that Zelda is the epitome of swinging and missing right about now. She do miss though. Just trying to think about everything here. Trying to think of whether it was worth to get the second Jungle's Bounty or not. Hopefully it'll make itself up in time here. So ideally we're looking for this on round 63. But honestly I don't think there'll be too many problems in regards to that. Then it's sell off all of this, put down Bloon Master Alchemist, call it a day. It looks like I'm probably gonna have to end up doing some selling here. Might have to sell 2 of these. Trust in the system. It just works. It just works, baby. Look at this beautiful setup we've got here. And it looks like I think we're on pace here to make sure that we get through hard in a half decent amount of time, so woohoo! Yeehaw! Boy, oh boy. I remember I remember just a few days ago when this all seemed so fast to me, and now it just feels dull and lifeless. It just doesn't feel the same. I thought this was supposed to be the epitome of speed. Now it just feels like a hollow shell. That's just sad. That's actually... God damn, that's sad. Alright. It's fine though. We've got... So after we get this upgrade here... There's 15k, another 13k there, so 28k. We want to get our Shaween ready. Shaween 'em. Ah, yes. I don't know what we're really doing here. Alright, so... You just want cop? Alright, let me explain what we've done this time around here. We got these here so that we could insta-kill the Moab as fast as possible. You want 3 of these so that you can grab a ceramic out of the Moab as quickly as possible. We had a Blue Jutsu and an Alchemist to make sure that it clears off. Nice and simple stuff. Alongside a Necromancer to clear off any incoming balloons, right? Then we've transitioned to 2 ninjas to make sure that the mobs go down quickly, and a Dark Knight as well to make sure that it's all about the exact same, right? Now, on the final round here, we go for a Balloon Master Alchemist. Oh my lord. Well, that's awkward. That's real awkward there. Yikes. I'm gonna pretend that we didn't see that there and that I didn't just sell off my soda. Yay! Oh. It's a little bit. +3. That's more like +10 seconds, dude. It's a little bit. Oh my god. I had the wrong thing going. I'm dizzy. +3 seconds, +3 more, let's go. Let's go. It's fine though, is it? No, it is fine. Because on double HP mobs, I took longer than that. And that's one where it's legitimately not fine. Master speedrunner for you. Okay. Alright. I never claimed to be a master speedrunner, even though I hold world records, thank you very much. I never claimed that. That's you claiming that, right? So, before you go any further, thank you. Thank you. I deserve that. You're right. I do deserve the title of Master Speedrunner. But also, I'm human. And I make mistakes. What? You think, like, every single speedrunning YouTube video that you see, you think they got that first try? There's literal tens of thousands of attempts to craft the perfect speedrun. And even then in some of those speedruns, there's still more that could be done. So, you know, I'm gonna just slide it in there. I'm just gonna say, you know what? Go suck a lemon. They're just getting their first try and banger? Okay. Well, I don't know what to tell him. I'll try to convince you as much as possible, but other than that, there is no saving you. I can't convince you otherwise. You're so ingrained in your thinking there that, well, God have mercy on you all. Wait. So we go up to 3 farms, sell off one of the farms, get Necromancer. Should be all good. It's like, dude, you know what I'll compare it to? Southside here is another Bloons Tower Defense player, right? Southside Hair is not perfect. Southside Hair does not get everything on the first try. But you know what? He keeps on trying and then he gets there in the end. And you know what? You know, we can do a kick W here and there. That's okay. We can kick W every now and again. You can, exactly. Can confirm that. There you go. Because you did Zelda. Yes, you did. But I would also like you to remember this way. That not everyone is perfect. Not everyone will get everything on the first try. Not everyone has the ability to do Zelda Bloody Puddles. Oh my lord, come on. How the hell? That was not... this is a bit of time loss here as well. What the... Why did that not happen last time? Oh, whatever. Whatever. Don't even think too deeply into it there, honestly. If you attempt to think about it, then you'll just lose your mind. Everyone can get everything on the first try, that's right. And you know what? As much as I like to joke around and have a bit of a play around with these sorts of things, dude, like, have you seen me play this game sometimes? I'm certainly not the greatest player at this game, that is for sure. But you know what I really do enjoy? I enjoy speedrunning a lot. And I enjoy spreading the love and compassion of this game to everyone else. So you know what? Yeah, it might be a bit of a skill gap every now and again. But I'll keep on trying. And I hope that one day I'll be good enough to eventually reach the pinnacle. Because that's all we can do, right? It's just keep on climbing. Even when you get knocked down, you get back up again and you keep trying. Because that's how winners are made. And if you're busy satisfied with everyone else knocking you down, then you ain't gonna get anywhere. So you gotta keep on getting back up so you can prove them wrong. Look at, we got a little bit of Rocky in us today, don't we? Adrian! See, I guess that's the only reason right there. That's the only reason why I don't like Taxzone as much. Because it's not as fast of a kill. It's a good kill on a lot of these things here, but it's not a fast kill. So, I think we just go bang, boom, 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 boom. Bang, boop, boopity, boop, boop, boop. And that's how we get the dub. So I have 30 minutes to clear off half cash and alternate bloods rounds, huh? God, was I that slow? Jesus Christ. I think you're behind? I feel like I'm ahead. I definitely feel like I'm ahead. Even after everything that we've said and done there, I still think we're ahead. You know, yeah, we had some menuing errors and all of that sort of stuff there. But 30 minutes? 30 minutes with 2 maps left to clear after this one? It's pretty good. Can't really ask for much more than that. How long does it take to finish a game in hard mode? Approximately, on average, say 10 minutes. Probably less than that, but we'll say just for the sake of everything here, we'll say 10 minutes, alright? So theoretically, again, I've got 2 things. Don't worry, Frosty, even though you're not #1 in the speedrun, we're currently #1 in the balloons category. Well, I mean, even though sometimes I do worry that I produce some resident sleeper content, I'm glad that y'all are here to support me. Besides, I know that for the most part, January is actually kind of a slow month in terms of numbers and everything like that and subscribers. So I'm just grateful that y'all are here. Thanks for supporting a washed out balloon streamer, yo. We'll do alternate balloons rounds first and then we'll go, yeah, we'll go alternate balloons rounds first and then we'll go half cash afterwards. Remind me, chat, remind me not to go straight into Unpoppable after this. Who try? How we doing, dude? Also, chat, I need new emotes. Dude, I got so many. When I unlocked partner, I got so many new emote slots. What do we do? I kind of want to get like a 4-parter. But I don't know what I would... maybe just like a 4-parter of literally just the frozen face emoji, you know? Still other streamer emotes. I mean, the thing is, like, I would joke around and say that I would steal Baru's emotes. But that's already happened before, so I don't really, yeah, I don't really feel justified in being able to say that, you know? I mean, as amusing as it is to me, South has some good ones. What are the South's good ones? I'm interested in what makes an emote good. I think, okay, so to me, a good emote is something that you don't just use in a single chat, is that you can use anywhere on Twitch and you feel like it has an application, right? To me, that's what makes a good emote. Is that it's evergreen, right? I feel like if a emote is not evergreen, it's not as great. Yeah, no, that's not a South emote. That's an Ugu emote. Even though you may be convinced, Rover, that that is a South emote. That is an Ugu emote. Yeah, exactly, like the shake emote. Like, what does that shake emote convey, right? That shake emote conveys, like, it's just generally, it's just anger, right? Or like Nopas, exactly, like Nopas is just all around, like, what does it convey? It's just an all around good emote. You know, it doesn't have to be anything like terribly specific, it's just good. So yeah, like, I'd say that Totori has some great emotes. But the thing is, like, at the same time, and this is where the real struggle comes in, is like, it's like you want to have your own brand. Like, I don't know about you all, but there's like a little bit of what feels to be like a meta, right? For a lot of these streamers, where they will literally just copy, like they'll just be like a set, all right, like a shocked emote, and a cute emote, and like a happy face emote, and then a sad emote. And then a really angry emote. You know, it's just like that. I don't know about y'all, but I don't really want to just fall into that meta. I want to make some different stuff too. That's when you are. That's where you're wrong, right? This one always does good when the streamer dies. Again, yeah, like an RAP emote. Or like a dead emote. A dead emote has got some potential, right? You're not wrong. The dumpy conveys superiority. What am I doing? I'm speedrunning! But we're also talking about emotes right now, and like the emote meta on Twitch. And what an interesting thing it is. And by interesting, I mean not really that interesting. It's just more of a, like a curiosity that I've had with a lot of these things. Click on the nefarious link. You know, something tells me that I probably should not click on the nefarious link. It's like, I don't know about you all, but having played enough old school RuneScape, it's like, you just know when someone's trying to scam you. I grew up being scammed literally every single day of the week. People offering to double my money. You know, that doesn't really get me as much anymore. Cringe. You can use them with any emote? Yeah, see, like, that's what I mean. Like, those are good evergreen emotes right there. You know, you can use those anywhere, right, Eldertroim? But I feel like there are some emotes, like, there are some emotes that lack context outside of a stream. And I feel like those to me don't really make good emotes. You know, like, let's take the dump spin for example, right? The dump spin can be used literally anywhere on Twitch, because guess what? It's a dump spin. My man Ugu shaking his backside. What's not to love? But you know, okay, let's take, for example, some of Southside's emotes there. Like, Southside's GG, that's all well and good. The Monkey Peace Paw, on the other hand, probably a little bit less good, right? Doesn't really translate well outside of his channel. But, again, counterpoint, not everything needs to be like that. Not everything needs to be that way. But I feel like most emotes should. Most emotes should be able to be used anywhere. Sign the petition for dumb spin. Why does this seem like a terrible, terrible idea? This seems like a terrible, terrible idea. All ideas are terrible? Not all of them, just some of them. It's good to have a new of your own emotes, and then the ones you want to be used everywhere, a good balance between the two. Exactly. Exactly. See, I'd say all of the emotes that we have right now, I would say they are not channel specific, right? I feel like everything that we've gone for are like pretty much ones that we could use literally anywhere. I guess the sole example, exemption of that being the squink emote, the cute emote that we have there. That one probably can't. But other than that, I'd say that that has pretty much been this, like, the sole defining reasoning that I've put behind when making our emotes there, is I wanted to try to make them as broadly appealing as possible, right? So there you go, folks. Get a look into the streamer's psyche here, and you can see exactly the way that I'm thinking. Why can I not fit this? Excuse me, why can I not fit this? Hello? Very cringeworthy. Oh, it's gonna be like a one tile gap here, isn't it? We have time. Oh. Alright, chat, we're running out of time here. We gotta make a call. An executive decision. All in. This decision to go all in was not exactly the greatest. What's up, Cubby? How you doing, fella? Saved it. Broke up with your GF 2 days ago. Damn, dude, sorry to hear that. Hope you're doing alright, fella. It's alright. You'll always have me here to support you through all of your endeavors. Still love you, babe. You last. You first. You also on strong. We'll do a bit of dude on dude action to get your mind free. Yeah, exactly. Just come hang out, chillax. You know, come spend some time with your boy. we'll spend a bit of time, you know, do a little bit of dude on dude action here. I got you, my boy. Don't worry. Everything's gonna be alright. Come snuggle up to my bosom here. Can we watch romantic movies while cuddling? Of course. Of course. I'll let you choose whatever you want to choose, dude. What do you feel? Do you want to watch a sad movie? Do you want to just let it all out? We can do that. So I can hold you tight as well and whisper in your ear that everything's gonna be alright, dude. I'm just gonna shh. It's okay. Shh. You want to be the little spoon though? That's alright. I'm happy with being the big spoon. But as long as you promise that you'll let me be little spoon next time. We're way too comfortable talking about this sort of stuff, dude. One day people will think we're actually a couple. I mean, I managed to convince people in high school that I was actually gay. Without ever saying that I was gay, I managed to convince people that I was gay because I put on... Apparently I used to put on such a good gay voice. How that even happens? I don't even know. I don't even know. Oi, 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 oi. I can give you a nice wang. I mean, my hand is fine. My hand is legitimately fine. The only thing that my hand can't do is rest on hard surfaces for very long. And that's why I need the wrist brace here. Is because it's the thing that is supporting my hand right about now and allows me to actually use it. Yes, so exactly. Yes. Yes, see chat, you're all starting to get it now. No, Cuppy, you don't go there. You don't go there, though. Yo, get some lemons. Thank you for following. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great one today, friendo. But you don't go there. Let's try that again. See, that split sometimes, to me, it just makes no sense. Sometimes you just need to do that. There's now another hard surface you may be able to not lay your hand on. Tell me more. Tell me more! Or, you know, or don't. Either or. And saying suddenly got very uncomfortable. Whoa, whoa, well, hello there, Dinosaur. How are we all doing, Dinosaur viewers? It's the one, it's the only, it's the Frosty. How did your stream go? We're in the middle of doing a world record attempt right about now. We're currently beating our previous best time by about 5 or so minutes here, so it'll be really interesting to see whether we've actually saved time or not on this split. It's a little bit shaky. A little bit shaky right about now, but how did your stream go? How's the Hall of Masters climb been going for you, considering the fact that you're literally the only person in there? At this point, honestly, you stop trying. You farmed blue XP! I mean, that's how you know that things have gone down to the bottom of the barrel. Right there. I'm not playing the game before it gets updated. I think it is just the safest thing to do for my sanity. Is to just let it go. Never even downloaded it, wanted to try it out. Maybe come and try it out in the next patch copy. You might enjoy it. I'll even give you a personal tutorial. But yeah, I think for my sanity, I'm just taking it easy. You carry me as you did in TFT? Of course. Of course. Anything for you, Colby. So did you, Dinosaur, did you actually manage to get some good matches today? Did you manage to actually queue into a good few people? Or was the ladders looking barren as ever down in Hall of Masters? You didn't really play any games? Wow. Watch, you here 1v1 a hacker and farm blue XP. Ah, quality content, I see. Are you trying Black Borders now? No, we're trying to speedrun a Black Border. I already have the Black Border for cracked here. What do you mean, huh? It's quite simple. We go through the entirety of the game very, very, very fast. How can I make this easier to understand? I'm grinding. I am grinding Black Borders. Yes, sure. Let's just go with that, shall we? Frosty is a Black Borderer? Yes. Sure, let's just go with that. It simplifies things a hell of a lot. Frosty doesn't understand chat. Chat, you've changed. I used to be able to understand you, but now I have no idea what the hell you're on about anymore. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem here. Maybe chat didn't change, maybe I changed after all this time, hey? Frosty didn't have a real chat before. My chat was literally just a figment of my imagination. You're right, Dickens. You're absolutely right. Ever since you got your tick, you stopped paying attention? Hey, man. Look, my dick... I mean... my tick has brought me a lot of happy times, thank you very much. Don't go around blaming my tick for all of this. This is a child-friendly stream? You're a child-friendly stream. The audacity. The sheer nerve of the streamer to say such a thing. How could they? I used to think the streamer was relatable, but in fact, the streamer turned out to be nothing more than cringe. Just wants to talk about his tick all day. Yeah, damn straight I want to talk about my tick all day. It's something to be proud of. Have you seen a tick like this before? Not often. Not often. Very select people in the world have a tick as important as mine. So you know what? Yeah, I'm going to be proud of my tick. Yeah, we're losing a fair chunk of time. Alright, so we lost some time there. Here's what it is. Just gonna go with comfort strats here. Alright, I don't think we can save too much time here. But it'll be interesting to see if everything comes together or not. We're this close. All we gotta do is, we're quite literally at the finish line, all we have to do is just putt it in right now. That's it. Just tap it in. It's all you have to, streamer, it is literally just the easiest job in the world. All you just gotta do is tap it straight in there. Is this with monkey knowledge or without? This is with monkey knowledge, yes. That's the idea here, is that we're, for everything that we do, this will be with monkey knowledge up to chimps, right? Because chimps takes away your monkey knowledge. So because of that, we want to try to get the fastest times, and the way to get the fastest times just so happen to be by putting down a heckin' lot of monkey farms here and just trying to farm it up a hell of a lot. A deep dab, you say? Well, who am I to say no to that, though? That could be cringe. That is a time loss, though, so... It's only really scary on those 2 rounds in particular there. But past that, I think this should be fine. That is probably going to be a small time loss, though. Unfortunately, you do typically have to go into farms here, because you don't end up making that much money on Impoppable. And because you want to be able to afford all the different stuff going on here, you gotta take some shortcuts here and there. And this just so happens to be one of the ways in which we're taking shortcuts here. Is we're just foregoing our safety here. For the sake of speed. Because in reality, we don't really need much more than this to live. See? You don't really need it. You're like SpongeBob, just staring at the glass of water, just saying, I don't need it. I don't need it. Because you know what? It's a crutch. It's all a crutch, chat. You think you need it, but you don't. You're better than that. You think you need the good towers to win? You don't. You can make do. We've got to get rid of this Dart Monkey, because that's actually causing us to lose. That, no joke, is actually causing us to lose there. Hopefully I've positioned this correctly here. This should reach everything. I think I'm just gonna focus on keeping a select few of these around here. I mean, we're eventually gonna sell these off, obviously, so I can hit our breakpoints. But I do want to keep a few of these around here, just so I can get a little bit of extra money generation throughout the rest of this run here. Okay, I just really want to hit attack zone in good time here. A little bit of time lost right there. That's really unfortunate. All of our hard-earned minutes here are being thrown away. Well, mostly due to my greed, but still. Oh, I guess we're... Getting rid of another one now. Feeding another one to the fire. Alright. Should be okay. This should end up just being able to straight up carry us to... this should be able to carry us straight up to a Prince of Darkness here. But I'm thinking we get it a little bit later here, and we try to grade just a little bit. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm almost just playing this straight up with, I feel like I'm playing a Blue Nereus right about now more than anything else. I'm legitimately worried here. My time is, I need to clear off the rest of this in, what, 4.5 minutes to try to maintain decent time? Yeah, that doesn't just happen so easily. That's not just something that you can just, you know, pull out of a hat here. Yo, Mark, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good one. You don't just pull 4.5 minutes out of your hat just like that, though. Did I even... Okay, I was gonna say, did I even leave enough space in there? This has got to be the cleanest chimps. If we want to get sub 2 minutes 15 seconds, this is going to be one of the cleanest chimps that we've ever seen here. Like, I'm going to have to be pulling rabbits out of the hat and everything to try to save this one here. Nervous. This will never stop being funny. Never. If you know, you know. It's the thing, right? Is if you know, you know. We have approximately 3 minutes from this point here to clear off this chips. Monkus. Pray. Pray for me, chat. Pray that we may smoothly sail into the sunset here. Please select. Can I please select my alchemist? Thank you. I need damage. I need more damage. I can't brittle up at any there either. The plan is simple. gonna double first strike this down here. We're losing time, unfortunately, on this split. It's okay, our chimps will be godlike. Copium. Trust. Trust in the system here. Okay, we only lost a little bit of time. Oh. Okay. Yep, got it. Got it first try. Boom. I mean, it'll be close. I think we might save a little bit. I think we'll save a little bit of time. I think we will pull it together here. I am the most happiest with my chimps out of pretty much every single run here. I feel like only my normal, my easy normal is as good as this. Otherwise, I feel like I am on point. I am a literal god. And before I just end up dying to round 15 here. Hey, little god, eh? You saw nothing. You saw absolutely nothing. You hear me? You saw nothing, chat. You saw no sneaky leaks there, no nothing. Alright. Now, I do believe I owe a deep dab here, so... It's less of a and more of a think more thwomp. That's what I'm trying to go for here. Exactly, a masculine ugh. Oh. I always just think of the Wingardium Leviosa. Aha, Wingardium Leviosa. Stop it, Ron. Stop. Aha, Wingardium Leviosa. Stop. Again, if you know, you know. You know exactly what I'm talking about. No. You shall not pass! So, pretty much only thing that's, like, extremely sussy and why I need to sometimes Leaping Strike to save myself is due to the fact that Wall of Fire goes down at the start of every single round here, and the balloons that have initially spawned here just all immediately die off. So more often than not, it'll be really close sometimes. Now, I do believe this is enough. It's either with, it might be stronger stim here, that we push for tax zone from this point. I know you can really cut down on the time if you just purely rely on these. This should be slightly faster. Remember this? How could I forget this? But we're not doing song request right now. Terribly sorry. I will refund you in the meantime here. Don't worry. I may be a benevolent dictator, but I'm not a cruel benevolent dictator. Chat, I'm worried. I'm worried that we might not be able to do song requests for much longer, considering how everything is going with Twitch. Minus 3k? What's 3k? What are you talking about? I gave back the 3k. What do you dictate? I don't know. How long your tick needs to be? You need to have been verified for at least this long. Okay, yeah, that's why you need to get by 84. That's why I think you skip out on this here. Because otherwise that does get very close. Where is that little pixel? Where's that little pixel, eh? Alright, 63 is always the biggest question mark in this run here. With this setup though, it should be good. On the server the summer request, have you heard the awesome song of Amara? Do I even want to know? Do I even want to know? It's not little, it's cold, it's a beautiful pixel. Hey, you know what? It might be a small tick right now. But I'll tell you it's about how you use it, damn it. All the partners say, it's not about how big your tick is, it's about how you use it. Had a good laugh out of it. Oh, is it cringeworthy? If it's cringeworthy, it's good content. Might be a small tick, but if you keep talking about it, it may get big. Exactly, dude. Dude, look, you just gotta be in the right mood to show off your tick. I unironically, when going into other people's chats, I actually do, half the time I turn off my verified badge, just because like half the time it just feels wrong. I don't want to just go around showing my tick off. It just feels inappropriate, you know? Let's just say I haven't heard that much auto-tune in a long time. Heck, I'm pretty sure it could just be, you know, one of those auto-tune programs that you get on the internet there singing the song. You'd be like, oh man, Amouranth really sounds great, huh? It's fine, it'll be up for 75 here. All I want for Christmas here is a sub 2 hour and 15 minutes. That's it. That's all I want. One sub 2 hours and 25 minutes, please. Toastings All I Want for Christmas Is You. Now that rendition is beautiful. Don't you dare trash on that. I will fight you. Don't you even go there. Don't even think about it. Let's see if Christmas comes early this year. Please, Jeebus. Please, Jeebus. Oh, this is disastrous. Oh, this would potentially be disastrous. That is not a very friendly gap that we have to fit this in. It's not a very friendly gap at all. Wouldn't it be best to spam a bunch of 4-2 snipers? No, because those stop the balloons from coming forward, and we want to kill the last balloon. We want the balloons to come out, right? We want them to get the bone zone here to get all this extra pierce on all the good stuff. 3-2-0 then. I theoretically, yeah, but you know what else does that? Druids do. I mean, I guess they don't damage mobs though. Why not just Legend of the Night the bad? I wish just literally just turn the screen upside down there. Look at it's at the end of the path there. Quickly, Legend of the Night, let's go! That's the dream. Have the game to around 10 to the power of 6 and then watch the bat instantly reach the end of the track. Whoa! Magical. Fantastical even. So here's the change in strategy that we're doing. And by change in strategy, I mean we're literally getting the wrong thing first here, but still. Not the point. This doesn't matter. Did you get your slows down so much lower? Because I uncapped my FPS. My FPS was stuck at 16, and this game runs better with the FPS down lower, kill him. So, up higher I should say. So when I put the FPS up to 144, it makes the game just inherently run faster. Which is kind of dumb, but still, I mean, it works. So, yeah. You call a Sentry Expert a sexpert? I might just. Hack-a-mans! Yeah, sure, let's go with that. think we get enough money. I think we get it. We'll be really close here, but I think we get enough money here. Yep. That's the first time that's ever happened, by the way. Time! Yay! Let's go! Alrighty. Well, we did it. And I told you we could save, we could get under that 2 hours 15 minutes there. How much faster is this than the previous record? It would appear that the previous record has been beaten by 5 minutes and 4 seconds. If you look up above at the splits right there, the previous record was my record. And this record is the new record. So, congratulations us. GG's. Something to be proud of, you know, we can give ourselves a good old pat on the back there. I'm not happy about losing time on hard though. I definitely need to figure out my hard splits there. I need to work on my deflation as well. But I think that this is getting close. So if I go up onto speedruns.com, this would be starting to get to the level of efficiency. This is starting to get to the level of efficiency of the beginner maps. So I'm going on to, not level leaderboard here. Where is it? Full game leaderboard. So the black border percentage times that were, actually dude, this is better than the beginner times here.